This video is to provide you with a little bit of help on solving number 3 in the questions from lab number 2. Consider your results for part C. Suppose your metal sample is hammered into the shape of a thin coin with a diameter of 8.62 centimeters. Determine the thickness in millimeters of this metal sheet. Use the measured metal mass and the true density of your metal for this calculation. So you want to use your metal mass and the true density that you found out for whatever metal you chose in doing this question. So everyone's answers are going to be a little bit different. So imagine we have a coin, which is going to be a cylindrical shape. It's going to have some height associated with it. If we can figure out what the volume of the coin is and the radius, we can solve for the height. So there's going to be some height, and this would represent our radius. The volume of a cylinder is equal to pi r squared h. And we're told a little bit of information in the problem, which is the diameter, to help us calculate that radius. If we're going to be trying to figure out what the thickness or the height is, that means we're going to have to be able to figure out everything else in this formula. So we can rearrange this and say that height will be equal to the volume of the coin divided by pi r squared. And we just started learning about density, and density is our link between mass and volume. So density is equal to the mass over the volume, and we can rearrange that formula to be the volume can be solved for by taking the mass divided by the density. So now we can take that and plug it in. So we can take mass over density and plug that in for volume. So we can rewrite this yet again. Mass divided by density over pi r squared. That should give us our height of the coin. The diameter divided by 2 will be equal to the radius. So if we take 8.62 centimeters and divide it by 2, that'll give us our radius, which is 4.31 centimeters. So we can figure out everything in our formula to solve for the height. The last step will be to take your height, which you'll get out in units of centimeters, and actually convert it into millimeters. And you're going to want to use the prefixes to do that. So you're going to want to go from centimeters to meters, and then finally to millimeters. So just a reminder, 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. 1 meter is also equal to 1,000 millimeters. You should be able to use all this information and your own mass and true density to solve for the height of the coin.